All I can say is, wow, I just had a say what moment listening to a former congressman tell a story, reinvent a party, reinvent the definitions. I want you to check this out, and then let's take it on the other side.
I just want to read you some of the reactions from some senators yesterday after watching the footage. Mike Rounds have continued to say that it is not constitutional to impeach and convict a former president. Ted Cruz, the result of this trial is preordained. Rick Scott, he's never said when somebody should break in. He actually said that people should do this peacefully. And then Roy Blunt, you have a summer where people all over the country were doing similar kinds of things. Is that the rationale that will be the dominant strain? And is this proof that many minds probably weren't changed?
Yes, they're reflecting their voters, Chuck. Yeah, I heard some of this, and I can't imagine after what we saw in the Capitol that we've gone to quibbling. We're going to quibble on this type of stuff. We have something much bigger happening here, and we're talking about if our boots are shiny enough. That's sort of ridiculous. But I feel like it's almost like Jamie and Joe and the impeachment managers are actually making a case for conservatism. And let me explain this way. It seems like they're the ones that are saying we should conserve the republic. We should conserve the Western sort of institutions, really civilization, that we should conserve the constitutional law that we live under, that we should conserve the peaceful transfer of power. I've never seen anything like it. If you're saying you're a Republican, a constitutional Republican, a constitutional conservative, the argument from Jamie, from Joe, from the impeachment managers, all of that looks like to me like it's what a real Republican would say in protecting our institutions. I just find it amazing that you're looking at all this evidence and you're absolutely somehow still quibbling about whether it's constitutional when he's already been impeached. And I'll just say this last thing about listening to Donna. We had a minimum of 7 white nationalist groups that were involved in the siege. 7, a minimum. I'm appalled by this, but it's amazing to see the arguments by the impeachment managers.
Let's get this clear. Conservative, that is a problem with many conservatives. They believe that somehow they're more Americans and somehow they want to maintain these structures that we have evolved towards over time. No, I'm sorry. He should be saying those are the progressive values. That is what we're fighting for. By the way, conservative under his parlance would mean starving people. Conservative under his parlance doesn't believe in Medicare for all and the policies that help maintain the structures that we have. If you get a degeneration in society, you lose your structures. And that is what their policies do. If you doubt it, you should take at the Public Policy and Health in the Trump Era, a report by the Lancet that points out how destructive their policies have to be. The gall with which to say that the conservative argument is being put together by a whole bunch of progressives out of the Congress is appalling. But let's take this one step further. Any senator who saw that presentation, and by the way, a lot of that presentation they should have seen already over newscasts throughout the country. But any senator who saw that put together chronologically and does not have the heart to say, we need to convict this president so that any other president who attempts to do this, he or she knows that they will be penalized, it is saying that you don't support what your Constitution stands for, and it says that you don't support that which keeps this country alive. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.